Hello, I'm creating this short video to show you a variation on a technique by Sue and Simon Lilly. So this technique uses two smoky quartz points at the throat chakra, between and below the legs, and both points are pointing down. And this technique is known as centering and grounding, although it's sometimes also known as back to reality, because it helps to ground your energies in, and once you're grounded you're much more stable, balanced, and also calm. Now this is a slight variation on this technique, because what can happen occasionally is that there's an awful lot of hot energy in the head, and this is actually quite well documented in Chinese medicine, and this can occur when someone is very worried or very, very anxious. And the hot energy in the head is much harder for the smoky quartz points to ground. So what I found is that what you can do, and there's a couple of layers to this based on how many you have, but you can take this one and replace it with an Aqua aura point. So what's happening here is that the Aqua aura point is cooling the energy in the head, and once the energy is cooler it can ground much more easily. So here it's an Aqua aura point at the throat chakra pointing down, and a smoky quartz between the feet. But you can also do this. You can take the smoky quartz point and also replace it with an Aqua aura, and then place the smoky quartz just below that. So once again this provides an extra level of cooling and grounding. So I call this Aqua aura grounding, and like I said, it's useful for some people who become very, very anxious, very, very worried. There's a lot of hot energy in their head, and before you can actually ground that hot energy you have to cool it down. So this is a variation, very useful variation, called Aqua aura grounding, and it's one of the few times that I use artificial crystals, because as you know, Aqua aura is not a natural crystal. It's where you've taken quartz and I believe it's a thin layer of gold has been embedded into the surface to change the colour. But because it's a very blue cooling crystal, and because it's got a point, it's very good for cooling energy, subtle energies within the body, and also give it a direction. So there you are. Like I said, this is a variation on Sue and Simon's back to reality centering and grounding technique. You won't want to use it that often, but when somebody has got a lot of hot energy in their heads, they're very anxious, they're very worried, this can actually help them ground themselves in. Okay, thank you very much.